Hey, everybody. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I see we have 4 in chat. Good morning, everybody. The new router came, so hopefully this will be a really good stream. No pixelizing and that kind of thing. We got really good speeds going. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Joe. Hey, Brenda. So what's everybody planning on doing today while we're waiting on others to come in? So today we're going to be altering some game PC things. And I've been fussy cutting stuff. And there should be a walkthrough soon of the craft room. So that'll be cool. I have a couple of more things to do before I can do a walkthrough. So I printed out a checkerboard and then I put it on really thick. Well, this is like 4 pieces of cardstock stuck together. So when I was cutting it, I did cut out pieces for us to alter, but I kept these 2 because I was thinking coasters. So I'm thinking glossy accents on top of this and keeping one on my desk because I don't use anything that sweats, so I don't have to worry about it getting wet and that kind of thing. But I'm thinking I need to do both sides and I need to cover the edges with marker. So that's what this is going to be. And I can show you these on the next live tomorrow when they're dry. You're still working on your craft room. I spent the weekend getting mine cleaned up and organized again and all that stuff. And one thing that's not done, I still have to vacuum the floor. And my top shelf where all my boxes are that I'm going to alter is a mess, but I can't reach it. So tall hubby was supposed to reach it yesterday and kind of straighten my boxes back up. He didn't do that yet. But other than that, craft room is pretty organized at this point. I see some more people came in. Hi and welcome. So I am thinking, and I don't have any paper clips down because I organized and put everything away. But I'm thinking these on paper clips would be kind of cool. The little Monopoly minis on paper clips. I want to alter these. I don't know what we're going to do with these dominoes, but see, these are also cut out of paper and put on card. And I kind of don't want to do anything to this part. I kind of want to just decorate the back and leave those alone. The good thing about this is I could poke a hole and put a grommet in them. So I kind of want to think about that when I'm altering them. And then they could be charms or dangles or whatever. And I do have Scrabble tiles, but I figure everybody's seen that. So these are checkerboard pieces that we're going to do something with. We have these little wooden game pieces. And I have black ones. I don't know why I didn't get out any black ones. And then I have these little circles that should fit on there just fine. I may need to trim them once they're on there. That's not a problem. Then we have some bingo cards. I have some bridge score sheets, all of which we can alter and do stuff with. And then I have a whole little bin of small, tiny image things to put on all this. And y'all, I found this. There's all of the game pieces, or all the people from Clue Game with their corresponding game pieces. And this was a free download. Typed in. And that's how I found this. So these are a free download on Pinterest. And we're going to do something with those. I don't know what, but we're going to do something. So let me find some paper clips. And where did I put the tickets? supposed to be. There they are. I just went to Pinterest, Vanessa, and I typed in, I saw that it was buffering, and I don't know why. We should have really good speed, so I don't know what happened. I just went to there. I really don't have a link. The picture is blurry. Let me see. Okay, on mine it looks fine. On my phone, because I'm looking at it on my phone currently. Hi, Angie, how are you? But Vanessa, I just went to Pinterest and typed in game piece printables, and it was one of the things that came right up. I just, just scrolled down that page. I really don't have a link for that because I just scrolled down the page. Okay, Brenda, it's fine for you. I keep seeing buffering. There we go, buffering again. If it keeps buffering, you guys, what's happening is this. We got the Wi-Fi antenna. The computer drops and connects. The Wi-Fi card in my computer is going bad, if it's not already bad. Okay, Brenda, so it's not bad. Oh, bless your heart, Angie. And so you're making flowers. I hate sunburn. I do. And so Friday, when hubby gets paid, we're going to Walmart and we are picking up a. Hi, thank you for coming. The speed is good, but we're having the problem with the computer drops and picks up, drops and picks up, and it's just horrible. And aside from just doing recordings and uploading them, it's gonna maybe buff for a little bit here and there. And I'm sorry for that, guys. It'll all be fixed hopefully Friday, provided everything goes good with Mom on Thursday. Mama's procedure is Thursday. We don't know what time yet. Probably early in the morning, knowing my luck. But I won't be live Thursday. I won't be live on Friday because she gets out of the hospital on Friday. So that's where all that stands. Thank you, Vanessa. Okay. So let's move some stuff back. I need to gesso these and get them to drying. So we'll probably do those first. And I'm just going to move some stuff. That's the only reason that paper's there. The one spot on this glass mat. My glass mat came in, guys, that had a glare. It wasn't supposed to be here till like Thursday or Friday. So to gesso these, we're going to do the wax paper, Artie Mae's method. Which is where you put gesso on wax paper. Pardon my reaching. I don't know how this is going to work on cards, but we're going to try it. And you spread it out on your wax paper. And I don't think I want to get gesso on my glass mat, so I'm going to apply the cards to the wax paper. And I'm going to get this off my brush. And these are just really old skipbo cards. Oh no. And then you put That came out cool. Put your thing on there, and when you pull it off, you have lightly gessoed items. And let me grab another Skippo card. Or 2 or 3. I don't want to waste my gesso. I guess I should do the back of them too, huh? It's a really quick way to get, oh, I'm on top of a card. To get gesso on things and not overdo it, because if I put it on here with the brush, y'all, it's getting painted on, and kind of like that. I'm going to want to cover the whole thing. And that's not the point here. There we go. I'm going to alcohol ink them, or ink them. Taking some off of that one. It had too much. And I got it on there anyway. But I have a wet paper towel handy. So we're going to revisit the cards in a little while. I'm just going to set them off to the side to dry. While we work on other things. I do like the already made technique. And I'm trying to get the gesso off of me. Thank you, Joe. Okay, so let's work on paper clips. Because they're going to have to dry too. I didn't prepare anything in advance. Because I wanted you all to see exactly how I do this. So with the tickets, these are Dollar Tree tickets. I keep 2 together lengthwise. And we need 3 paper clips for the money that the Monopoly money. And I'm going to use the smaller ones. Let's get the bigger ones. I wasn't sure. So change that to the bigger ones. There they are. Okay. And then what I do is I just simply fold it in half in the paper clip. Like that. And then you have to decide, do you want it to be where you can put ribbon on it and that kind of thing? And I think I do want to put ribbon on these ones. Or hang them. So raise those up just a little bit. And we need these 3. Then what I do is I get out the paper clips. I use tacky glue. So we're going to put and I put the lid on it so it wouldn't get clogged. It's not clogged. Okay, good. We are going to just put some tacky glue on here. And I may have to trim. Oh, no, this is going to be perfect. And put one of the money pieces on one side. Make sure it's straight. tacky glue and grab the other one and put it on that side. Maybe. And the only thing you want to make sure of is that you don't glue your ticket edges together. See that? So my ticket is still separated. Because otherwise your paper clip won't work. And I may not have got enough glue on that one. My paper ate it. And so I just go back in and separate them. Just to make sure that my edges of my ticket's not glued. And there you go. Now that just has to dry. Do is I'll sit at night and paper clips TV, but I don't have any made up currently. Oops. There we go. My glass mat's playing with my camera. I don't have to move the glass mat, you guys. Because I see what it's doing on my screen. And yeah, I want to turn that one over this way. And again, I didn't get enough glue. And we're buffering again. Okay, I am going to move the glass mat in case that's part of the problem. So I'm just going to move everything off of the mat. That'll be fine. This is because I rusted stuff the other day. Made faux rusted paper clips and stuff. I can show you those in a moment. I made a bunch of rusted stuff. I just had to find my rusted stuff container. Oh no. I see it. And then make sure my ticket's not glued down to each other. And they're not. So we are good on that one. Then we have one more to go. You just want to make sure that you get around the paper clip glued real good in your corners. I just thought the Monopoly money was cute because it came out, the printable that I found had it this size. I didn't shrink this. Okay. And it's so blurry today. Goodness gracious. I wonder why it's so blurry. US box. Okay, bear with me. It may show the camera off because I'm working on something. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So just bear with me, guys. I'm working on checking the speed again. Okay, so it's not picking up from Aniana. I see what the problem is, so bear with me. Okay, let's see if I can pick different something. Nope. They need to check our server in town. I don't want that one. Yep. Oh, technical. I'm not really technical savvy either. I had to figure all this stuff out. And Beck, here's what's going on. It wants to pull from Aniana. Of course, I just tried to check the speed, which I should not have gotten that. But before Tuscaloosa, no, I don't think that's it, Brenda. I think it's really that it's not finding the closest server, which is the one in town. And half the time it can't find that one. Like right now, I just did it again. I'm pulling one from. So I think we have a problem with our Aniana server. A car accident. No, it's been doing constantly, pulling from our servers other than that one. I'm waiting on. Oh, we shouldn't. See, it said we shouldn't be buffering. It buffers when I'm talking. Oh, wow. See, and I have an upload speed of 5 right now, and you only need 3 to go live. 2 to 3. 2.5 is supposed to work. And I'm not using high def. I don't get it. I don't get it. We should not be buffering. Other than the internet card in my computer really needs to be replaced. So, there's that. So, can y'all deal with the buffering? Do you want me to start the stream over? Nick says he doesn't know what's happening. He'll figure it out. He's just got to get home. Nick, it's just not pulling from the Sardis server. And that's the hubby. Nikki is the hubby. So we're just going to continue. If it gets too bad and y'all need me to restart the stream, let me know. I have a problem doing that. So now for our little dominoes. Tracy Fox has a kit called Tiny Embellishments, I think. And I cut out a bunch of Tracy Fox Tiny Embellishments to use on our little dominoes. So I'm just trying to go through here. Oh, there's a lady. She's tiny. And I don't know about those. I also have some little tiny postcards. Well, these came from Fox's kit as well. And then I have some stamps here. Which that one needs to be trimmed better. But these will go up in, the stamps will go up in my Zibbet store once I can get them to print out consistently, correctly. But let's see what else we got from Tracy Fox. All the stamps are over there. Let's see. Some little numbers. Ooh, some butterfly stuff. These are images. I love these butterflies. Oh, I don't know what that is. Mushrooms. Another mushroom. Some little flowers. Another postcard. We can layer stuff up. I like these. All of her stuff should be right here. Ooh, a Siamese kitty stamp. Bye, Angie. Oh, don't start over. Thank you for coming. That's Tracy Fox. Some more of her little letter numbers. We're just going to put all kind of stuff out here to grab from. I'm not going to use those. The stamps are bigger than the little postcards. Ooh, look at those flowers. And then she did some black and white flower images. So we got all kind of stuff to pull from. What else did I cut up? And that one needs to be trimmed. Okay. So, like I said, I don't think I want to decorate this side. I want to decorate this side. And I want to decide what's going to be top and bottom or sideways and leave room for it. So I want this one to probably go this way. I want a grommet at the top. So I'm going to leave room to put all that on there. Oh, that's pretty just like that. And these are not going to get tacky glue. They're going to get Elmer's glue. And I have Elmer's in a little fine tip bottle. I like that one, just like that. Dry. I plan on putting like glossy accents on these. And I am going to go around the edges with a black marker to cover the white. I need to slide that down more though to leave room for my grommet. So there's that one. I like that. See, do we have some butterflies and stuff we can put on here sideways. Let's leave room up here for a grommet. And maybe a postcard. You got to do tiny art when you do these kind of things. Let's see. What if we put that at an angle and then just stuck the butterfly? I can poke my grommet through it. I don't care. Or I kind of like that arrangement. So that's what we're going to do. Tiny art. I like this. Let's see. So I think we just put it by itself. I like the way the black background kind of frames these things. That's very pretty. So let me show you these last two. I forgot to hold up that one. Let me move them like that. There we go. So there's those. This is fast tiny art. And let's see. Put that there. Maybe. Oh, that's one that we need to go sideways. I like it though. Let's do it. And these are flat enough, you guys. You could use these as embellishments if you wanted to. You don't have to put grommets in them. You could use them as embellishments in clusters because they aren't that thick. So they could go on journal pages, on journal pockets. I just didn't want to cover up the other side if I want to hang them. Ooh, that's a pretty stamp. And I really want to use this kitty one. So turn that one over. And put the little puffed kitty one right there. And if I decide not to put a grommet, I could put a word. A tiny word. Oh, that's pretty. It's got butterflies and flowers. Or wait a minute. Ooh. I kind of like these really pretty stamps, too. I don't guess it matters if it's upside down or not, because we can just flip the domino around. I'm not showing you these dominoes, guys. So here's, I think that's upside down. No, it's right side up. That's weird. It's upside down. There's this one. And then there's this one with this butterfly. And then the Siamese cat one. And let's see. I am going to put this one on here, though. I like it. But we're going to do that layering thing again. What do I want to put? That show up on a stamp? Well, I don't want to cover up a stamp. No, I don't. I think we're just going to put it by itself. That's way too much glue. Way too much glue. Okay. And there is that one. My camera focus does seem to be off today. And let me check on chat real fast. Zoe's lurking. Right, Brenda, they are not as bulky, not as heavy. I like these paper ones much better. Oh, you're fine, Angie. So, let's see. Let me move my glue. Let me pick up all the tiny things we didn't use and put them back in my little tiny embellishment box. I am wondering how would these work on those dominoes? Oh, the domino. Well, this part would work, but you wouldn't have the name. You could get the game piece on there, but not the name. Oh, but let's try it anyway. Let's do some cutting. There's 6 of them. I have all these dominoes and stuff cut out. We already have a Mr. Plum. White. We have a green. We don't have scarlet. We are missing Miss Peacock. There she is. Let's see. We'll just try one and see what happens. I'll put them back in their little bucket. So I want to save the name. And I kind of want to fussy cut, but not fussy cut, kind of. Okay, so let's get a domino. And if we put her up, let me cut her in her hair better. I don't want her to look like she's got a pointed head. So if I put her up here, I think I can get her name on there. Oh, wow. This gives a whole new meaning to fussy cutting. But this is Scarlett's name, or Miss Scarlett's name, right below her person. I like it. Combination game pieces. Now we need to glue again. Okay. Just kind of put her on there. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on here and then put the name on it because I think that's going to be better. Okay, a lot of glue. Whoops. And there we go. Miss Scarlett. I like these combination game pieces. What do y'all think? Should we do the rest and make all 6 of them? You know what would be cool would be to have a game piece journal. Just different game pieces in a journal. So we'll do Mrs. White. I'm going to go on and get her little name cut out. And then I will cut out her little game piece. And I should do this on camera. I just think it's cool how they took the people and put them with the little colored game pieces. And let's grab another domino from up there. I may have to cut her off a little bit. Shorten her game piece to make room for her name. There we go. And she was the maid, I think. If memory serves me correctly, Mrs. White was the maid of the Clue Mansion. Hubby's home, so you're going to hear dogs barking, and I apologize in advance. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing, a little tiny bit of glue and then her name. And there's Mrs. White. So now we'll do, now Colonel Mustard is the one we may have to divide a name in half. I hope not. His name is kind of long. We're going to check that real quick on a domino. Or we could put it down the side. It's just a little too big. So we'll put his name maybe down the side, because it's just a little too long. And once I get this one cut out, I'm going to check chat. And I should, like I'd get off camera. Because his name is just too long. So we're going to put him and then we'll put his name down the side. Hey, Joy, how are you? Hi, Michael, how are you? Thank you for coming. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm doing good, Joy. Okay, so we're just going to glue Colonel Mustard on here. And we're going to just put a bead of glue. And I'm just going to dab up the excess glue. And so there's Colonel Mustard. These are so cute. And they'll be even cuter with glossy accents on them. Okay, also has a long name. So we'll probably do his down the side as well, just so we have two that match. Because they spelled out professor, they didn't abbreviate. So, yep, it is too long to fit. So, and I got corners on here I don't like. So we're just going to cut him out. And we're going to put him, we'll put him on this side and put his name over there. I am off camera. So I'm going to put him on the other side and his name down the left. So and Angie had a barbecue to go to. I got to do some barbecuing later. We're having riblets and hot dogs and salad, baked beans. What else is everybody having today? Thank you, Michael. And let's put his little name on here. Oh, let's see. We're going to, let's see. Can I slide him over? Can't slide him over much. I may have waited too long to slide him over. I think I did. Okay. I'm going to end on the left. So a little tiny bit of glue. And his name. Oops. And there is Professor Plum. Two more of these to go. And then we're going to alter something else. This is Miss Peacock. And then we're going to cut her out. I love these little pieces. These are just cool. And I need Mr. Green. And I'm going to make sure her name will fit first. I may have to cut closer to her head. Her name will fit, so let's just do a little bit better fussy cutting. I just took the little white edge off so I have more room for her name down there. There we go. So what are y'all thinking of the game pieces so far? I think these are very cool looking. And I'm just going to put some glue and make sure her name is correctly put. And there is Miss Peacock. Last one, Mr. Green. Whenever we played Clue growing up, Mr. Green seemed to be the culprit a lot. I don't know why. But he did. He seemed to be the culprit in our games a lot. And I didn't cut that straight, so I'm going to try to fix it. Hubby went out, so the dog's going crazy again. This one this way, but since I have more of these little people, oh, that could be kind of cool. But we're going to still do him the rest of the same as the rest. A tiny bit of glue at the bottom, which is too much. Oops. And I just want to straighten out his name so he don't look crooked and crazy. There we go. Whoops. And there we have Mr. Green. We now have all of the clue players on dominoes. And I'm going to come back and look at chat. Let me clean up all these little scrappages. Hey, Nick. Oh, and we're buffering again. I am looking at chat. Let's see. Brenda says, before I buy and give the kids any more board games, she's going to scan all the pieces and instructions and print the pieces out and make a booklet to hold the extras. Oh, that is a cool idea, Brenda. Thanks, Brenda. So there's those. We've made our other little dominoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. We have made the 13 dominoes. Oh, that's an odd number. So I think what we need to do, we're going to get the gesso out again. And we're going to gesso the back of these. And I think I want to gesso some of the bingo cards I cut out. I have big ones. And when I put them up in Zibbet, there will be even smaller ones. Because I made bingo card paperclip size ones. Okay, so we need the gesso back. Where did I put it? And we're doing the same technique, which I love this technique. We're just going to squish it down. Try to get rid of some of the ridges, which they'll go. Get rid of what's on my brush. Okay. So now we're just going to do the same thing. Tap them and pull them and let them dry. So these are ATC, any kind of cards, you guys, are ATC size automatically. So if you wanted to make some fast ATCs, find you some playing cards of some kind and decorate them. And then you have ATCs, and you don't have to cut them out and worry with them. Okay. Now, I have some gesso blobs on a couple of them. So what I'm going to do is kind of get those off on my bingo cards. I think we're just going to work with the small bingo cards today. And I'm getting gesso all over me again. Okay, let's see what we can get off of here. What's left on our wax paper? There we go. Now those just have to dry, and while they're drying, we can work on the little squares and we can work on the circles. So I'm going to put the wax paper aside, move all these out of the way to dry. I have photos cut out to put on some of these, and these we're going to just embellish. Okay, now we have the checkerboard tiles. We'll do 3 of each. Now, this could go back to the stamps, the little Artie Mays thing. Oh, here's another image. Well, I would rather put her on black. Maybe off to the side like that. I like that red stamp. Ooh, that's pretty on black. Now, because I backed these with black cardstock, we don't have to use the white sides. We're going to. Oh, I kind of like that. Put it in a diamond shape if it'll go on there. That's too big. I think I'm going to be doing better with the stamps. Unless there's another little image in here. I'm looking. Oh, here's a little tiny flower. I like that. And that's from that Mine went like Tracy Fox kit. There's another stamp. I think I have that upside down, but we'll fix it. And another stamp. So you can see I fussy cut a whole bunch of stuff out. Spinning again. But it went away really quickly. So we're just going to glue these down real fast. And if this goes on upside down, we can just rotate it. That's the great thing about squares. Or anything, really. I'm looking at the writing. I think it goes this way. It does. I need to quit moving it around. And there will be some videos that go up on Thursday and Friday. I won't be live, but there will be some recorded videos for you guys that will go up. And they're not wanting to stick, so I'm just going to press them. Oh, we should center him. Let's slide him over a little bit. Okay. Oh, I should put it on her. And I kind of like her being off to the side. We can put a word or something on here. going this way. I kind of like it. Okay. Before we do the circles, the way that I do these, when I am going to do glossy accents, I'm going to show you. First of all, let me darken my edges because that could be a problem later. I need a black marker. Here we go. So I am just going to take my marker. And whoops, I don't want to get it on my board piece. Basically, can y'all see? Coloring the edges of this. I may take, okay, that's not working good. I'm going to take black ink and we'll distress it with black ink. That's where we're going to go. And we just want to get rid of the white edge. So see how that's got that white edge on it? I'm just rubbing the ink pad. And this ink pad's about out of ink, guys. So it's not going to get it. I mean, it's going to cover this. But, oh, that sounds horrible. I'm not going to get ink everywhere because there's not enough ink in my pad. Okay, so there we go. Then what I do, this is a two-step process. Glossy accents is self-leveling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it a dam. If this is not clogged today. Well, we're going to unclog it first. I keep losing my little, where did I put the, here we go. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's find a stiffer needle. Here we go. Back in the pin cushion. So what I'm going to do, I am running a bead of glossy accents around the edge. I want to get it right up to the edge. Oops, I just smeared that one, so let me go fix it. Because you don't want to break that bead. And I'm going to let this set for a minute. So now I have, but I want to get it all the way to the edge, and that one's not. So I'm just going to go back over it. Pull it to the edge. Now what I have is this, and it's got glossy accents just around the edge. And this doesn't go all the way to the edge either. And then we're going to flood the middle. But I want that to set first before I flood the middle. So I'm going to just set this aside over here on a lid. If I can get it to let go of me. Okay. So that's just going to dry for a minute. It's not going to take a long time. And while we're waiting, let's play with these little round discs. Now, I don't remember where I got the poppies and stuff for this. Okay, Brenda. So we're going to just put some glue. And I'm going to need to trim these off. I thought they were an inch, but they're not. That's okay. I have some little tiny scissors I can trim with. So we're going to put that on there. Now, what these are good for, you could use them to make buttons. So you could drill holes in the middle and make them like buttons. You can use them to help hold envelopes closed. You could use them as a closure on a journal that you're like to hold your ribbon down. Like on a journal, you could put them on the front and have your ribbon running under it. It would also add some dimension. And I'm going to put one of these roses over here. And I think this was just rose background paper, and then I cut with my circle punch roses out of it. And I think the poppies were tea cards, and I cut them out of the tea cards. Okay, these have to dry so they can be trimmed. And I think we're just going to do 3 of those for now. Okay. Oh, let's just do another one with a poppy. No, we need another rose one. And we'll do another black one. Now we have 4 of them. Okay. So there we have those. Now, the way I glossy accent these kind of we're still, and then we're going to go back to that other one, is this. I put it on here, and these I put a blob. Can y'all see the blob? Now, if you don't like to get your fingers messy, this probably is not how you want to do this. And then I just smooth it, because it is self-leveling, with my finger and get the blob gone. And I try to get a nice, even coat. It's going to level itself. And there you have it. Nice and shiny. No air bubbles. Well, 1 air bubbles. And we're good. So I'm going to lay it down to dry. That's how I do those. To get an even coat, we'll do one of the game piece ones. My little blob in the middle. I don't press hard. I'm just trying to smooth out the glossy accents. And there you go. We're going to set that aside to dry. So that's the way I do those. Real simple. Put a blob. Now for this, kind of the same thing. I am just going to squeeze a bunch of it in here. It's had time for that little wall that we made to set up. And I want this to have a good coat on it because I'm using this as a coaster. I'm going to be using it as a coaster. So now that I have it all in there and it really looks wonderful, I am now going to smooth it to the edge with my finger, to that little wall we built. And I'm going to depend on its self-leveling properties to level out. Glossy Accents has resin in it, as does Triple Thick. And so they will level just like resin. So I'm setting it on top of a lid on a jar. My desk is perfectly level. And so that's what we have now. And I don't have to worry about it dripping over because we put that little wall around the edge. And that's going to take hours to dry because it's as thick as it is. But I'll show you that tomorrow. The finished product. Okay, we have two of the games. And see, here's the difference. This has got glossy accents on it. So you see how vibrant the color is there to there? It makes it more vibrant, brings out the colors. I want to do this one. Put my little blob. And I see that it didn't go straight to that edge now. So I'm going to go back. So if you tilt them, you can kind of see, and it's still going to self-level. So I'm going to stick this up over here to dry. Maybe. It won't let go of my finger. There we go. Okay. So now we can play with our cards. Yeah, the cards. These are the wettest thing. Move them to the back. We'll come back to those. These I'm going to glossy accent. We probably won't get to see that today, but I will show them to you tomorrow. I'll glossy accent them, let them dry overnight, and we'll look at all of them tomorrow. And tomorrow is H, hanging pages. We're going to need book paper, anything you want to make a hanging page out of. Envelopes will work, anything like that. So I need to find a plastic. Right, Brenda. So let's see, I have plastic sleeves in here because we're going to need one of those for the next playing. Plastic. Because we're going to play with ink. And I really like these distress inks, and pardon my reach, I rearranged these little stackables. They are really pretty colors. We don't need the black one. But they don't dry. If you put them on paper, they don't dry. So I have found a better use for them. And I need my alcohol. Okay, we're ready to go now. So this is what we're going to do with the cards. These need alcohol. And the distress inks need water. I want to use that. And I think this really pretty turquoisey color. And the pink. And you see there's no technique to this. I'm just putting them down. I'm now going to spray them with coffee water, which is this, coffee water. Oh, they need alcohol. Let me blot that. See how that just beads up on there? Because it don't mix. These need alcohol spray. Now I'm going to take one of our bingo cards. Oh, no, don't tell me it got dry. What happened? There's hardly any. There we go. I'll get color. I'll smoosh it. There. Now that's very wet with alcohol. I sprayed too much alcohol in there. It'll be good. It'll dry. Let me set this somewhere because it's wet and stinky. Let me off and start over because that's got too much alcohol on it. Let's do the darker blue this time. And these came from, I think, Michael's in the dollar bin. Hubby bought them home for me. So I would have different colors of inks. Great. Except they don't dry on paper. And I think the only reason they dry this way is the alcohol. So I'm not going to spray as much. Let's grab another bingo card. There we go. Smoosh it around. These aren't working so good. Okay, we're not going to do another one like that. We're going to use the Distress inks. They're much better. Let's just dry this off, move these out of the way. Now, the other day when we used those, it came out really cool. But we still have stuff. We may put some of our bingo cards back over here. We'll go with the purple. This brick, fired brick, I think is what this one is called. And this blue color. Okay. Now we're going to use coffee water. Because these like water. And I am going to put some bingo card back in there. Like that. I just want color, and we didn't get color. There we go. Now we have color. Now we're going to do our skip bow cards. Same thing. And that's one of the things that gesso helps with. It's going to help them pick up the color. The gesso gives that color a place to stick. Those are pretty. Because the cards have a wax surface on them. So without putting something on there, it's not going to stick. So now we're going to use this green. It's called Mowed Lawn. The blue. And the red. I love the Mowed Lawn color, guys. It's very pretty. Fired brick. More coffee water. More cards. Now we can do the backs. And I think we're going to do the same thing, the same green. Blue. Let's do purple this time. Purple. Spray. And this is exactly what I'm going to be doing to make the backgrounds for my oh Lordy iCads. Which that's going to be a recorded that will go up. No, Joe and I are doing those. She's going to be doing in ATCs on Wednesday on our live, which is after my live, and I'm going to be doing the iCAD card backgrounds. And I'm getting ink all over me because these weren't dry yet. It'll wash off. I'm going to just spray this with some coffee. And get this back of this one. Which looks like I'm making mud. I am. Let me dabble that off. So I'm going to use my ink pads again. Mowed lawn. Blue. Brick red. And the purple one is called Seedless Grapes. Okay, now let's get the back of this one. Much better. And we'll redo the back of that one because it didn't have hardly any color on it. And we'll just get some on the front of this one. There we go. Now these need to dry for a minute, so while they're drying, we're going to chit-chat. And I'm going to put my plastic aside. So if you have these little sheet protectors, they are this kind of, let me dry that off the rest of the way. They're great for this. They're reusable. Just put it right on those inks. Reusable. They wipe off and everything. So these are great little things if you have them in your stash. And the Tim Holtz, because the Ranger inks are water-based, this will wash right off. Dawn dish detergent is great at getting this off your hands. Just a tip. We have Dawn in the kitchen. That's what we do our dishes with. Now, aren't those pretty little backgrounds to decorate? So let me check on chat. And I don't think my chat's moving, so usually I have to stop it and bring it back up. And is the picture stable for everybody now? Are we still buffering? What are we doing? And I'm going to move my inks back to where they go. Get them out of the way. Both sets. Okay, Brenda, good. So this, oh, we have a card that didn't get done. That's okay. I can get it later. This is where, you know, like we made the flowers the other day, and then I made some off camera. Y'all should see my little flower bin. Y'all will get to. This is where those kind of things, what things we've already made in this series, like the little clusters, if I can find where I put those. Things like that that we've already made can come in handy in altering these kind of things. Let's turn our bingo card. Ooh, those came out really cool looking. So let's see if I can find the clusters that we made. I put them away, you guys. I need my desk. Now I'm not going to be able to find anything. Okay, that's fine. I can't find them right off. That's okay. We can build more. I have my little scrap bag back here of lace. We're going to be pulling from this lace and ribbon scraps. I have some photos cut out. Lady images, which my flower bin. So This is where all of this comes in handy. Your scraps, you know, images from Pinterest, your little flower things. So let's see. Let's decorate a card. I'm going to put lace, I think, at the top and bottom. So I need 2 pieces of lace. Let go. And I want it to go, and I may have to trim it back off again. I want it to go this way. And let's find us an image. Ooh, she looks like she'll fit. Let's cut around her a little bit. I cut them out, but I didn't fussy cut them because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with them. Okay. So she can go just like this. And then let's see what kind of flowers do we want to put. I think maybe a red one and a cream one. And now I need to find one of them little teeny tiny Tim Holtz ones. And I'm dumping flowers out. And the Tim Holtz ones were teeny tiny, and they're probably all the way to the bottom because that's where all the tiny stuff goes. It goes to the bottom. I want to use one of those, and I don't want to have to hunt it for it again. So we're just going to... Is that one of the Tim? No. That might... No, I don't think that's a Timmy. See, that's the same size as that. Well, oh, here's one of the Timmy. See, that's the size I'm looking for. That was in the bottom, but I don't want that color per se. There's another one of the lace ones we painted. So I'm looking for one of those, but not that color. And we made several of those the other day. There's another. And I'm getting flowers everywhere. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. I'll just dump some of them and so I can go through my bin better. Because they're all in here. Did we color all the Timmy Floyd? We may have colored them all. Here's a light blue one. I am just not finding any more. But I am pulling out other things to use while I'm pulling. There's another one of those. Oh, that's a good one to use, maybe. Change this up a little bit. That's what we could do. All right, let's put these all back in here. Okay. So, now I got out a bunch of stuff. Hi, Louisa. How are you? Oh, you're fine. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope it's Louise. I'm on eyesight in this phone. It's Louise. Sorry, Louise. I'll get it. Okay, so I think we're going to do, let's reorganize because I messed it all up. This lace, kind of tuck her behind the lace a little bit. And then maybe that flower. And this little bitty flower. Just like that. Oops. So we'll build this. And this needs Elmer's glue. Elmer's will hold lace. I do it all the time in journals. And it dries clear. And I haven't had any lace to come back up. Okay. Now I know, let's put this lace down here and see where she's going to go. And then I will put this lace down here at the bottom. Now, if you make these as ATC cards, please be sure and sign the back of your work, guys. I think a lot of people forget to do that, me included. But you definitely want to sign your work. And then we're just going to put our little flowers on here. Tuck that one kind of up underneath of that one. And let me do my trimming. Uh-oh. I got to pull my flowers over. My lace was over the edge. There we go. Okay. So there's our first little card. That could be a tag in a journal. It could be a journaling card. You're so welcome. And it could be an ATC because these are made with playing cards and they are the right size. So let's just set her aside to dry. Now for the bingo card, I knew I had the bingo cards. I kind of want to use her, but we're going to fussy cut her out more. I love this image. And for her, let's see. I'm trying to figure out. I like the purple. But how do I want to do the purple? I think maybe layer it like that. Or do we? Okay, y'all can't see. Hang on. So if I can get it to correctly do what I want it to do. So kind of like layer it like this or layer it like that. Ooh, I kind of like that. I like that better. So what we're going to need to do, I'm going to put her down first, and then we're going to do the lace. And again, these images were from Pinterest. I type in free printable vintage ladies. And that's going to be our eye. So when we get to eye next week, because I won't be live on Thursday and Friday, it's going to just be a discussion. So it'll be on images. Where to get your images, how to get your images, that kind of thing. So we're going to be discussing that when we get to I. Okay, so now I am going to put the purple here first, and I want to trim this little stringy edge off. And we need a piece like that. And straighten up that cut. And I'm just going to put some glue. And I don't know if I want to put, I don't think I want to cover her hair up with lace, so we're not going to. And then down here at the bottom, I need to cut it right about there. And again, this could be a journaling card. It could be an ATC card. It could be a tag. If we're going to make it an ATC, though, we probably have to resize it because it's a little bigger than an ATC. I would just use it as a journaling card in a journal. Let's see. I want to use a cluster of 3 right here on the corner. So I'm thinking let's put the cream one and then this purpley one. And then one of these little tiny painted lace ones down here. No, that doesn't look right. So maybe this pink. Like that. So I'm going to put the yellow one down first. No, I'm going to put this pink one down first. Because the cream colored one is going to go over top of part of it. And remember, these are those Dollar Tree flowers that this one we embossed. Okay, this is going to tacky glue. Know your glues. And then I'm going to put some on the bottom of this. And then I'm going to put some on the bottom of this one. And make sure I get it to where it overlap. I got to turn it because I put glue where I wanted it to overlap. And there you go, guys. What do you think? That's really pretty, I think. And it would make a really pretty journal embellishment. Ugh, my glue is not sticking. I need to quit moving it around and let it hold. It'll grab. But I think that came out really pretty. Okay, so now let's do one of these Skippo cards again. Oh, let's do this. I am going to put some of this lace at the bottom, and then we're going to put the burgundy over it. And put some, and I'm going to cut this weird edge off. Okay, we're going to go on and use the tacky glue again. Oh, it helps if you take the cap back off. And I'm just putting tacky glue back across the top, burgundy on here. And I'm going to use a different card to measure my burgundy because I didn't measure first. So it needs to be about that long. And if I need to trim it once it's dry, I'll trim it. I'm going to wait till it's dry. We'll put that up there. Put this one down here at the bottom. And then I am thinking, let's find our picture. Oh, she's cute. And she kind of matches our stuff. Let's cut her out. And she's going to get Elmer's glued. Okay. And I am going to slide her, because I didn't glue this lace all the way down, under the edge of the lace. Just to hide that straight edge. And I think I want to put a flower up here in this corner. Like that. And one down here in the bottom. And I think that's all the embellishment this one needs. What do you guys think? Yeah, I don't have the black backs on those, Brenda. They're, well, on these they have the green back, but they're paper. The Dollar Tree one, they don't have any backs because it's too hard to glue those. It's just the petals. Let me show you. See, on this Dollar Tree one, there's nothing on the back. It's just the petal. And on the paper ones, I did leave the green because it's paper, so it'll still glue. It was just easier than trying to peel it off and tear the flowers up. Now for this one, kind of want to use one of these that have a lot of blue in it, like her. Let's see if I have any blue. I do have blue lace. Well, that would be pretty. And I'm going to fussy cut her out a little bit. And to get this size image, I think I printed 16 images to a page to make them this size. Oh, she's pretty. So we're going to need to cut our lace kind of in between the ovals. And same thing over here. Okay. Yes. So now we're going to get some, and we're going to get to use some of our blue flowers. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. That's too big. Before I run glue everywhere, let me find some blue. Here we go. Nope, still too big. That's the one we said no to. Well, all my blue ones are big, so we're just going to make sure that, I don't know. See if I can pull that apart a little bit. I dyed these. The middle is probably going to end up being white. Yep. So what are we going to do about the white middle? Maybe add that on there. Or, where are they? I have little pearl embellishments. Oh, wait a minute. We have pretties. If I don't dump them all out, we have pretties. We have these little tiny crystal-y looking centers. We could put one of these on there. That would be pretty. So let me see if I can get some of this covered up. That's kind of tiny. Yeah, that's a little too tiny. Stop. I have bling. Bling. Now we just have to find a bling. And of course, there's a blue one. That will work. Oops. I will get the excess glue off of there. So we have a blue bling on our blue flower. I like her, Brenda. She's really pretty. And now I'm going to put our lace on here. I want another cream colored flower. To go with our blues. There we go. And put our lace at the top. And we got a blob. Blob is a technical term, you guys. And I'm going to wipe this excess glue, or just dab it. It's going to dry clear, so I'm not really worried about that. It's going to dry clear. I also like this lady with the puppy. And I'm getting all sticky and gooky. Okay, now for our flowers. I think I want to put the cream colored flower and then maybe the blue flower. Or maybe we need to See, the blue is too matchy to me. Find a different thing. Let's see. I mean, I like the blue. I don't think pink. No pink. Maybe another cream colored one. Maybe we can fix it to where it's just a hint of blue. Just a tiny bit of blue. Like that, kind of. And I'm going to take it off to the side and spray it and see if I can get some of that to move. So I sprayed it, and now I'm just moving it to make it light blue and not as blue as the other one was. And we're going to let it dry for a minute. Oh, and then there's this little light blue one. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so let's glue this one down because we know we're going to use it. And I think I'm going to put the little baby one kind of up here, tucked under that one. Let me cover my ink back up so I don't get ink everywhere. Okay, Louise. Yeah, YouTube has a problem, and then I have my own internet issues going on currently, so hopefully all this will get resolved by Friday, or no later than Friday. And I think this is the last card we're going to make, and then we're going to just review everything that we've done today because it is getting late, and I need to adjust. Well, I have to just fix the edge on it. Uh-oh, I should not have done that. Don't do as I do, people. It's bowing. I'm just going to let it bow, and then I can fix the edges later. It's not going to run off, even though it's bowing, because we put that little edge around it. This is the last card where she's going to go. I think I want to tuck her in, kind of under that flower. Down here toward the lace. I'm going to have to cut that little pointy part off, but that's fine. Now, my images I printed on 32-pound glossy print, laser print paper. You could print them on photo paper, but I found that inkjet ink doesn't soak into photo paper. It sits on top of photo paper. So since this is the last one we're going to make, I'm going to want to pick my images up and put them in the little bin of small things. Flower to dry. I'm going to pick up all my little lace. And put it back in its little bag. Okay. We're not using this. We're not using these flowers. So anything that we're not using, I'm going to put back in the little flower bin. There we go. Yes. And well, when I do the back, it'll bow the other way. So, because I am going to glossy accent the back as well, just to protect it. And it'll go the other way. How dry is our little flower? Ooh, it's not dry at all. And I don't want to heat gun it. So, now the other thing is, if you're going to do like the iCAD a day, which is index card a day, it starts June the 1st, which is why I need to get my backgrounds done. It goes from June 1st through to July 31st. You need 62 index cards, and they have to be real sized index cards. So 3x5 or 4x6. I'm doing 4x6. I'm going to do my backgrounds. Once a week, I'm going to upload a recorded video of all the iCads I've done that week. I'm going to put mine in a binder. Well, no, not a binder. I'm going to ring bind them. I have rings, and so I'm going to make a cover. I'm going to make a back piece and then and knot up and down. And it's just to get you creating something once a day, regardless of what it is. Just something like, it's not much bigger than these, guys. Just to get your creative juices flowing. And it does help. My flower is not glued down yet. There we go. It does help keep the creative going and just making ideas. You could do ideas for journal pages. So a miniature journal page, you could look at it as that, a 4x6 small journal page idea. So that when you're ready to make a journal, all your little journal page ideas are right there and you can flip through and pick them. I know, Brenda, it's bad today. I don't know. And it's probably, part of it, I think, is the internet card and the computer. Part of it's a holiday weekend. And today's a holiday. I think a lot of people are at home using my internet and not my internet, but everybody on the mountain comes from that's funny. I was still talking. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. This is not dry, but it will dry with glue on it. I'm going to add the tacky glue to the back. Now I'm sticking to it because I'm all gluey. And I like it that it's not as blue as the other one was. Nothing wrong with the other one. It just didn't fit this. I don't want to put it under. Yeah, I do. It just didn't fit this particular picture. Okay. So what have we made today? We made this little card here. I love her. We made this altered card. Skip bow cards, which you really can't see that anymore. We made an altered bingo card, which is a small bingo card. Another altered skip card. We made 3 Monopoly Money paper clips from Printable Monopoly Money that you can find on Pinterest. And they should work because I did verify I didn't glue my edges together. I thought I verified. I didn't glue my edges together. Wait a minute. That's the money. Yes, it will work. No edges are glued. Well, I say that as I'm trying to pry apart edges. It's not quite dry. You would think they would be, but yes. There we go. It will work. And let's make sure they all work. I know this one is. I can see it already. So that's going to work as a paper clip. front and back embellished. Place to put a charm or something. If you put it on your paper this way, you could definitely hang a dangle from it. If you put it this way to make a tuck spot, you could put lace or something through the top. And this one also is clear and will work. The tickets are not stuck. So we made those 3 paper clips. We made these, and they should be dry enough now for me to trim this edge off. Now, this is about the only kind of circle I can cut because I can't cut the wood, but the wood will keep my scissors from cutting off more than I should. And there's that one, and that's still choppy looking. So maybe I can't even cut a circle when something's glued to a wooden circle. I can't cut circles, you guys. I can't. I know my limitations. Circles are one of them. My circles come out with flat spots on them. It looks like a flattened out tire or something. If I try to freehand cut a circle. Well, even if I cut a circle with a black line around it, just to be honest, it still comes out looking flat. Ovals too. My ovals are flat. Brenda and I were talking about that the other night, that we're both circle challenged and our circles have flats. And let me just snip that little edge off. How in the world? Now, these I glossy accent the same way. So I'm going to show you again. I just put a blob in the middle. If it will, it clogged up that fast, really. Glossy accents just clogs really easy. There we go. Unclogged. In the middle. I don't know if y'all can see the blob. And then I just spread it with my finger. And I'm not pressing. I'm just going lightly. And glossy accents is self-leveling. So I'm not worried about ridges or any of that. So we made dominoes we made, and it's already got the glossy accents on it working fine. Then we made the clue people dominoes, and these two have glossy accents, and they're drying. I'm going to do the rest glossy accents later when we're offline. We made, let me move some stuff because my hand can't hold all this, and put my glossy accents back. Okay. We made these little tile pieces from a checkerboard. So all these little squares came from checkerboard. And then these are little stamps that will be available in my Zibbet store as a digital download once I can get them all to print correctly. Here's one of the dominoes. And another one of the little checkerboard squares. Dominoes again. And I'm going to glossy accent all these, and I'll show them to you tomorrow when I go live. And we're going to go live tomorrow at the same time, 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 Eastern. And then here are the rest of the clue pieces that we made. And one last little tile. And then we're making the coaster. I didn't cut all of the checkerboard pieces out. And so we are making this coaster. I will fix that edge once it dries. And that's going to give me a place to set my coffee on my desk and that kind of thing. So we made all those today. Tomorrow is H for hanging pages. So you're going to need some book paper, any kind of paper, printer paper, whatever kind of paper that you have. Music paper will work. Just anything that we can decorate and embellish. Something like this or a time card could work to hang over a page. So keep that in mind. Anything. I could do time cards. I may do some guest checks, some of this just to make hanging pages. So we're doing hanging pages tomorrow for our journal. Thank you, Louise. The checkerboard is almost like inchies. You're right, Brenda. I think that checkerboard pieces are a little bit bigger than an inch by an inch. But I wanted to show you guys. I also found this checkerboard. Actually, I have this one in a book. I know that because of this. This I can put up in the Foxy's Followers secret group on Facebook in the album section. And you can download it free. It's out of copyright. And it's vintage. So it's a red and black one if you want to do that. And our group doesn't do anything except share our work, post when we go live, and ask questions and that kind of thing. But I will be putting up some of these freebie printables like this one. So that will be in there later in the file section. But another thing I found that I thought was just really adorable and really cute. When I dropped my glue, when I did a search for printable game pieces, this came up. Somebody took a picture, I don't want to put it on anything wet, of the Operation game. And I had to print it out because that's funny. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. But again, if you did a game piece journal, he would make a great page. In a game piece journal. I just thought he was cute. And then I also found the Biopoly board. I don't know what Biopoly is, but it's got the whole board and then some of the bigger pieces. And I thought that was kind of cute. So, but I will put that of the red and gray checkerboard. It was red and gray, right? Yes, red and gray checkerboard up in the Foxy Follower secret group on Facebook. There is a link below the video for the group. We don't do any swaps. There's not even a place to put your address in to do a swap. Because I just don't, we all belong to groups where we can do swaps and stuff. So that's why no swaps in my group. But it's a place you can come ask questions and that kind of thing. And there's plenty of people that can answer. So that's it for today, everybody. Thank y'all for coming. And I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day. Bye.